Hi guys, this is Anime Box. And
well, no, you're Josh. I'm Anime Box.
Well,
and Conrad.
Well, fine then. Welcome back to Anime Box. Welcome back. It's Anime Box. Whatever.
We are as a collective Anime Box.
And this is the final Godzilla for this month.
That's right. The final review for the Godzilla month. Also Josh month, because he's the one who's obsessed with this, not me.
Anyways, let's get down to this. 60 Years of Godzilla, our final review. Legendary Warner Brothers, Godzilla 2014. So
kind of crazy.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm so excited for this one because I've been waiting so long for another Godzilla film to come out in theaters, and to know that they were going to make a figure of this Godzilla, I completely lost my poop.
Oh no! You better find it.
Is where everything is. But yes, this Godzilla, I was so super excited for it. This figure, my god. To give a little backstory, this is 60 years since Godzilla has been back in the theaters, and now we have the directing power of Gareth Edwards and the team of Warner Brothers and Legendary Studios, the same guys who released the Dark Knight series and Inception and many other films that they're releasing, to recreate the King of Monsters for today's generation. And by God, the design, there's so much to say about it. Some people may not like it, and the one thing one thing I'm always gonna hear, and I'm gonna slap a person in the face, is he's too fat. He was never the skinniest thing on this planet back then. He was more fatter looking back then than he is now, but...
Yeah, he doesn't... I mean, actually, it's a little weird, because you see how thin his midsection is, and then it goes out to these crazy thighs?
Well, he's a beefy motherfucker, because the thing you gotta remember, too...
Especially the thighs, yeah.
Because this Godzilla now, to this day, is the biggest Godzilla as of now. Because the others were pushing at least smallest 150 to 200. This Godzilla is pushing 400 feet. He is just a beast. He is a monster.
Well, yeah, he is a monster.
Kaiju.
Is his tongue articulated?
Yes, it is. His tongue is articulated. But fun backstory on my part, once I heard that they were making this film in 2012, I was on the hunt for every little detail and trailer leak or whatever. I actually got this from Crunchyroll. Fun fact, a lot of people got this I would have thought this would be released in November. It did get sent to me in October. Crunchyroll is beautiful on their time. And it was beautiful on their deal because it was on a daily deal. But then there was a special deal going around where if you spend like a certain amount over, the shipping was free. I got this Godzilla, and to me, in my case, the cheapest out of every figure that I found out there on the internet, going to Frankenstein's. I got this for $54 freaking dollars. How
much are they usually charging?
People who shipped it internationally, nice going for this arm, usually got them, when they wanted to get them earlier than the rest, they got them for like $80 or $76. I went to Frankenstein's recently just to look for more SH monster arts, and I saw a lot of 2014 Godzillas. And the cheapest one that I found there was around 55 or 56. And I'm like, yes, I'm $1 lower than this jackwagon, but I officially got the cheapest.
You share in my Jew blood and loving to get good deals.
Yes, I do. And to me, this was like the This was the perfect steal for me in my case. So Crunchyroll, if you ever see this, thank you for giving me the best.
Crunchyroll isn't a person, Josh.
Well, the people of Crunchyroll, the team, you gave me the most beautiful deal on this Regan figure, and you guys are wonderful. I love you all.
I love you.
I love you, Crunchyroll. But yes, $54 off Crunchyroll delivered to me, and my God, I just love this figure. To get on the aesthetics, yes, the joints itself, would you consider them at least Millennium smooth, if anything?
Yeah, these are really smooth too.
God, look at those feet. Okay.
They have a lot of swivel to them.
I was looking into a lot of reviews of this Godzilla figure, and a lot of people were actually really disappointed because of a couple reasons. One, they say that it wasn't true to like the film's depiction, but I guess it could either A, just be me with those eyes, or B, I'm a hardcore fan of the film. I thought this was actually pretty damn close to scale of the original, or from the newest Godzilla film itself. But yeah, a lot of people didn't like it because it didn't go with the film depiction.
It didn't?
Yeah, people are saying that this one...
Does this look different than it?
Honestly, I did a lot of comparison shots. Like, obviously the angles are different when you look at them like head on from the side. And to me, I felt it was pretty damn spot on. It may not be the perfect replica, but I thought it looked just like the damn film. So to me, I found that a little silly on comments from all the reviewers. Another thing that a lot of people really got mad about is the paint job. Which, yeah, I'm gonna get all the flaws, you know, even as much as I praise this figure. A lot of people kind of got like this, you're probably not gonna see it, but there's like a hint of red within the teeth for like I guess the early releases, so they probably might have gotten that. You're probably not gonna see it, but there are little hints of red around his mouth, which I guess could be either from the paint job, from the tongue, or for the effect, whatever, but it's truly not noticeable. Yeah, the one thing that's kind of bothering me, I don't know if you can see this, is like the tooth in the far back, it curves outward more like a tusk instead of like a straight down tooth, which is a little nitpick with me, but honestly, it will not distract me so much from the rest of the figure. And obviously I think on the lower, there's like one tooth that's like not painted, but every other bit of tooth is showing, and it looks awesome. God, this lighting makes him look like a badass.
Yeah, I kind of like it too.
I can't get over this. But yeah, that's like one of the problems with like from everyone else's thing. And then the other thing is his eyes. Actually, a lot of people have been commenting and deeming this Godzilla Derpzilla because apparently one eye on this side that you're looking at goes in the straight forward, like around the corner of his eye. But then if you go to the other side, it's kind of looking, you're probably not going to see the black dot, but it goes downward actually. It's not truly as bad on my figure from what I've seen on other reviews, but yeah, it is kind of a very weird thing that they would do that with the eyes instead of just making them straight forward. But
it is really, really small. Like just looking at the figure, because I mean, obviously you're going to notice more imperfections on camera. But, you know, from the naked eye, I certainly don't notice it.
Yeah, and plus also with his eyes, they're a lot more smaller compared to, like, the original Godzilla films where they're all big and bulgy and everything.
Yeah.
He's got these small little narrow eyes. Honestly, like, those are the major things I heard, and I guess a lot of people were saying they couldn't get, like, to do these certain poses. Like, they didn't feel like it was as articulated as they want. Yeah. I kind of just gave two damns and was able to, you know, mess with this figure and was able to recreate. That's the one comment I heard. You can't recreate like the ending roar or anything. I could freaking do it. That's because most people are freaking afraid of messing with their figures. So go for it. Do not be afraid of posing the damn figure. If it pops off, it's not gonna break. To me, it looks like a badass if you can try and get that ending roar. But with articulation, yeah, this figure is just wonderful. And here's a fun fact too, Kate. These spikes right here. Yes, also dramatic. Not purplish hue, but just as ridiculously awesome. But, you know, like, he has a little articulation right here in the chest. And these spikes, check this out. Go forward a little bit. Yeah, I don't know if anyone could notice it, but there's this little segment right over here, actually, that's hidden under his figure. So if you want to bend him forward, it will actually still retain the shape of this giant spike right over here, actually.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a very little nifty thing.
Just like nice little details that pull everything together.
Yeah, and I guess to get on like more of the film speculation of like how he looks, his skin. Yeah, of course I'm gonna go back on the skin again, but I guess what they wanted to get for his design for this one was like a very dark sense, like a victim that suffered the burn from the radiation from the bombings back then. It kind of has a very molten lava-ish kind of look and looks really, really scarred and messed up. And yeah, this design, it just really blew me away when I finally saw the trailer, the first teaser trailer of Godzilla. To get on the rest of the aesthetics, yes, he has his overly dramatic spikes again.
I like the jagged look that they have. They kind of have like a natural, almost like a, you know, they came
rocky,
from, yeah, rocky. Exactly.
Rocky mountainous formation right
yes,
there.
exactly.
Yeah, so this figure, I can't get over this pose. We were twiddling around with it a little bit, that sounds kind of funny, and just trying to get these like nice looking poses, and I just love this. It just shows how much of a badass he is in figure form, and you can actually represent it very well in film wise if you really wanted to. You got all these freaking details going over from the tail curving up to his arches over here. And actually, something probably people may not have noticed, which kind of caught me off guard when I saw the design. Under his neck, I guess they definitely gave him more of a realism, and he actually has gills on his neck. Not a lot of people either could have noticed that, didn't care to noticing it, or like, holy shit, he's got gills, which actually kind of make it more plausible for him to swimming and living underwater for so many millions of years. I just can't get over this figure. I truly fell in love with it. Even though it does not have any accessories to go with it, especially a breath beam attack, which they should have done. Since
yeah, I really do wish that it had come with a breath beam.
Especially since it was shown in the film.
Yeah, that was like one of my favorite parts of the film.
And the thing I guess that pisses me off to go along with that is the fact that they are releasing 2 more 2014 Godzilla figures, which the first one kind of sold out already. It was a red poster variant Godzilla, which is pretty much this model, but in an all red, yellowish kind of orange hue, which looks really awesome. Part of a $150 Blu-ray set with 3D, 2D.
Jesus.
Yeah, and all 8,000 pieces sold out, gone already. People really wanted it, and I kind of feel bad because I kind of was wanting it too, but I got this one. The third one that's being released is the same figure, but it has a breath beam attack. They're all over the internet, you can look it up. The scales are pretty much in like a nice blue acrylic look, and then he actually has the breath beam piece that was used in the film. Should have released it in this figure because it would have went so perfect. And I think they might have hinted for a Mutos release actually, because on his hand, they showed on the Tamashii site, he was holding the Mutos head, which, spoiler alert, is the creature that he killed in the film. Or the headpiece, but that could be maybe a subtle hint that we're going to get a Mutos figure from SH Monster Arts. As to which gender, I don't know. Alright guys, so my common question to you all. Did you like or love the Godzilla 2014 film? Did you feel like it did it justice to the original Godzilla film? For me, to kind of just put a simple point blank, I loved it. I was wrapped around it every second, and I wanted more. And good God, I'm never gonna get over this film, and I can't wait for the sequel that'll be happening in the future. And for you?
I liked it.
That was it. I liked it.
Yeah, I liked it.
Well, I mean, you haven't seen a Godzilla film, but I mean, out of everything that you've seen, like, if you were to get into any little...
Considering I'm not into Godzilla, I liked it just fine.
Like, with all the camera angles and all the... I remember you talking about, like, they showed the sheer size of the monsters.
Yeah, I did. I forgot about that. I actually did really like the cinematography.
And that's, I think, where a lot of people kind of ripped on, because it focused more on the human aspect of it, which... To me, that's kind of what it represented from back then. It showed the creature, but Godzilla didn't have that much screen time. Even from the 50s, the director of this film did the same exact thing and brought a new life to such a freaking awesome creature and to a very historical film. So that is going to wrap up our 60th anniversary SH Monster Arts Godzilla review figures. I am ready for the next 4 years. I am ready for the next Godzilla film. Just bring it on. Until next time, guys, please feel free to subscribe to this channel to see other figure reviews and other such coolness. I am trying so hard to not explode from this excitement of this figure. Until next time, guys, Anime Box out.
Bye, guys.
Hi, guys, this is Anime Box. And
Well, no, you're Josh. I'm Anime Box.